is our stove, which is quite hot.
Whoa!
Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to a rather chilly day down here at the summer house. I know it doesn't actually look that cold because you're probably thinking, Dave, there's no snow on the ground. Well, there is a little bit, but actually the past couple of days down here in the south of Finland have been kind of warm. It's been like +6, +7 degrees. So kind of all the snow is gone already, and it's middle of February, by the way. But today it's actually back down to around about 0 degrees. So yeah, a little bit chilly. But because it seems like the winter is on its way out and spring is on the way in, I mean, I know I'm kind of jinxing us with saying that. There's still plenty of time for takatalvi. But it made me want to do a couple of things before the winter is gone. So today I've come down to the summer house by myself to try and do a couple of those things. First of those things is to camp outside in my hammock. And secondly, I want to do some ice fishing. Now, there's just enough ice, I think, for me to, actually no, looking at it, it's pretty broken up. I don't I might be able to do some ice fishing from the dock though. I don't know if I'm going to risk walking out, but we'll see later. So if I can do those two things, I'm going to be a happy boy. Now, of course, to keep me warm during all these activities, we have to thank RevolutionRace for sponsoring this video and for sending me all this great stuff, like these pants, which are the Helix pants in black, and these are waterproof, which could be pretty handy on a day like today. And they're also designed for all kinds of different winter activities. For example, there is a zip here by the ankle, which then opens up the cuff really nice and wide, so you can fit this over then something like a snowboarding boot or a ski boot. Probably one of my favorite parts about these pants is that they come with suspenders. I don't know why, I just like that a lot. But also, if you take a look at the website for these pants, these are just like badass pants. Check this out. Their ratings, they get a 4 out of 5 for breathability, water resistance 4 out of 5, withstands heavy rain, 5 out of 5 for wind resistance. Let's see if the wind picks up today and we can test that out. Insulation 4 out of 5, durability 4 out of 5. So I mean, these are, like I say, badass pants. Next up, we have actually what's fast becoming my favorite piece of clothing ever, and something that I just call the bear. But this is actually the Sherpa hoodie in beige. And the reason I love this hoodie so much is, well, I mean, you can probably already tell, it's just so comfortable. You also get a good selection of pockets too, hand pockets, and a couple of handy pockets here on the left breast, which is apparently good for keeping your lip care, and a cheeky pocket here on the top too. And I don't think this looks particularly out of place in the city or in the countryside, so that's always a bonus. And right here on my bonce, you've probably is that too British? I think that's too... Here on my head, you have probably noticed my radiant yellow. That's actually the color name. Radiant yellow ribbed patch beanie. But apart from looking great, it's also big enough for my enormous head. So if you have a big head, this is good for you too. And it doubles over here by the ears, so it keeps your ears nice and warm in the cold weather. And I just think it's a really nice looking beanie. And last, but definitely not least, is this, which I have been calling, since I got it, I don't know, probably a month ago, I've been calling this the Beast. So if you actually want to be able to find this on the RevolutionRace website, you need to search for outdoor parka. But I call this the Beast because it is just so big, fluffy, warm, and just perfect for the Finnish winter. Now, as you can probably tell, this is designed for slightly more intense winter weather conditions. Like, for example, on the website, it gives it a 5 out of 5 rating for insulation, so good between -10 and -20. And I know I talk about pockets a lot, but this has them all. 2 hand pockets here, 2 chest pockets, and 2 pockets which I never knew I needed, which are these little hand pockets, which have a little bit of fleece lining in them. And I don't know, I just like having my hands here. There's an inside pocket here, and 2 little side pockets here. How many more pockets do you need? Anything the Finnish winter can throw at you, I'm fairly sure this has got your back. Or literally, I mean literally. Now, they have a range of different gear for whatever you are doing outside this winter, spring, or any time of the year actually. And you can go over there to revolutionrace.fi and use code DAVECAD15, which will get you 15% off at checkout. And I have to say once again, a massive thank you to RevolutionRace for sponsoring this video. And now we need to set up my camp, I think. Now, originally when I came down here, I thought to myself, I kind of want to be down by the water, or the ice as it is right now. I don't know, I just thought it'd be nice to be here for the night, maybe look up at the stars if this cloud ever goes away. And also, I know this is a pretty good spot for a wildlife. There's deer and stuff that walk through here. I thought maybe I'd get one of them sniffing me in the night time, which would be funny. And right there is some evidence of the wildlife that come through here. But I'm not really seeing any good tree spots for me to hang my hammock. And also, it's going to be like the windiest part basically, so we might have to try and find somewhere else. And also secondly, can you see in the background here, there is a lot of branches on the ground, and even here where I thought I would set up, there's a lot of branches and sticks and stuff which of course have blown off of the trees, so I don't really want to be knocked out by a giant branch in the night time. Those two trees look pretty good. Okay, this part is always a little bit nerve-wracking. Now it's looking like it might rain or snow tonight. It's actually raining a little bit now, but fortunately I have a tarp. I do have a tarp which I can put up above me as like a roof, but I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that. I've got these. Look at that. Welcome to my crib. Now the reason that I wanted to do this in the first place was actually because even just a week ago I actually did some real Finnish winter camping. We had the like big army tent with the stove in it and everything. But right now I'm going to show you guys some clips from that trip because it was kind of cool. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Nuuksio National Park. We're back here again and we are doing some winter camping today. This is the first time I've done any winter camping here in Finland, so a bit excited to see how this turns out. Now so far we have put up the tent. That all went very well. It's one of these kind of military style tents with the stove in the middle, and we put it up quite quickly actually. We are I think 8 or 9 guys. It's so funny because it hasn't snowed at all down here in the south of Finland for like a couple of weeks at least, and the night before we came here it dumped with snow, like several centimeters, many centimeters. They kind of add something to this winter camping experience. There's my stuff in the tent, and this is it. Check it out. And I'm 192 and I can stand up here in the middle by the center pole, but then as I get a little bit closer to the edge it starts getting a little bit cramped. Yeah, I think we're going to be quite comfortable in here, you know? And so yeah, it's about 5:30 in the evening. We are having our food. We've just had some sausages, which is a starter to a moose stew, which one of the guys that we are here with has made. The most interesting thing tonight will be the sleep. And don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch a video of me sleeping. We had the like big army tent with the stove in it and everything, but there was one guy who said, I'm gonna sleep in my hammock. Everyone was like, what? But he said, no, I lay out my insulated camping mat in my hammock, my sleeping bag, and that's it. Sleep under the stars. And I kind of like the idea of that. So here we are, like a week later. So I've also just spotted some more evidence of wildlife actually going directly past my hammock, so may still get woken up in the night with a friendly little deer licking my face. Although the way I snore, probably the deers will be like, I didn't know bears were in this part of Finland. So I'm going to try and find a couple of pieces of rope to see if I can get the roof out a little bit, but in the meantime I am going to go ice fishing. Now looking out from here, the ice looks pretty solid, but I don't think I'm going to risk it. But I feel like if I break the ice there by the dock, make a hole by the dock, still counts as ice fishing. I just wonder if I have the gear in the fishing shed, so we're gonna have to go and have a look. Also, I don't even know what time it is, but I think it's like 2 o'clock or something, and I haven't had any lunch, so we're gonna cook something up in a minute too, and that's gonna be a new experience. I'll show you later. Okay, aha! A very old and dusty and cobwebby ice fishing pole, stick, what do you call this? You guys might recognize this spot from last winter when I did the Avanto right here. I think it would probably be okay. But actually I've got some pretty perfect ice fishing spots right here by the ladder. I don't even think I'm going to need to drill. And it's around the dock where I often catch most of the perch in the summertime. Whether or not that's different in the wintertime, I guess we'll find out. It's just that which makes me a little bit uncomfortable with stepping onto the ice. I think I'm going to give this activity like half an hour. So I know how slow ice fishing can be, even compared to normal fishing. Catching a fish ice fishing is still something I'm yet to tick off my Finnish experiences list. Even though I love fishing in the summertime and all other times, and I catch fish in every season, but not yet in winter. And honestly, I don't really know what I'm doing. I've seen YouTube videos though, and I'm pretty sure that this fishing line is as old as me, but we'll keep trying. Fortunately, I'm not relying on the fish as food this time. Because then it would be a pretty hungry night, I think. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just jiggling the line like an idiot. Yeah, definitely not going to be standing on that. So it's probably coming up to around about an hour that I've been doing this, just making my way around the dock basically, wherever the ice looked weak enough to kick. And I just realized for the last hour I haven't thought about anything, which is kind of nice. I've just been looking down into this hole, thinking about nothing. First time I've done that in a long time. So even if we don't catch a fish, I've definitely gotten something out of this. Okay, so no fish this time, but like I said, fortunately we're not counting on the fish for any food today. But I do have some stuff to eat, and it's getting pretty late in the day now, so I think it's time to cook something up. Found some rope for the tarp. So that's about it for my shelter. I've put it a little bit of a slope where my head I think will go. So at least hopefully my head won't get wet. But at least according to the forecast, it's looking like it's going to rain or snow for most of the night. So I have a feeling my shelter is definitely going to be put to the test. Great. Alright, welcome to A.K.A. camping edition. It's just like the normal A.K.A. videos because I have no idea what I'm doing really. I just bought this little camping stove. Tiny little thing. Look, pretty cool. It comes all in like one kit, and it's like the little element that switches it on and stuff, a little grabby tool thing, and then the gas canister that was separate, and a little cup to cook stuff in. Let's see if I can put this together. So for my dinner, actually, as it's going to end up being, because it's like past 5 now, I think, in the evening, we've got some like reindeer soup, and usually that's not enough, so I'm going to put some noodles in there to make it like a reindeer noodle soup. I don't know if this is going to work, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. It's on. It's working. Whoa, okay. It has not been long and it is already starting to cook, starting to boil. I just hope the noodles get cooked enough. That's all I'm wondering about this situation. I'm also just remembering it was my intention to make hot water as well to have a coffee. So now I'm gonna have to cook my water in the reindeer soup slop for my coffee. I mean, this is an instant coffee sachet, so maybe it'll make it actually taste nice. I don't know, we'll see. But some of you guys may remember the last time we were here at the summer house camping, and I didn't exactly have the best setup. I was just using a normal sleeping pad and a sleeping bag that didn't fit over my broad shoulders. So now I have an insulated extra long sleeping mat, and also I have an extra long and extra wide sleeping bag. And they were both really good when I went camping the other week in the big stove tent, and so I'm hoping they're going to be good tonight as well. It's not going to be anywhere near as cold as when we were in the stove tent. At least I'm hoping. Yeah, these noodles aren't cooking. I will eat this whatever happens, but if we don't have any success with this, I do also have some breakfast bars. so I can also have them if I... But that's it, I didn't bring any backup food. Oh no, that's not true. I do have some sausage, and I've just seen that I bought chicken sausage. So I have no idea how I was thinking I would cook these. I'm not intending on starting any fires. I guess they're pre-cooked, so technically I could probably eat them straight out the pack. Maybe we'll have to resort to that. Well, this is looking like it's done. There is my reindeer noodle soup. I'm now seeing at the bottom of this that there is burnt reindeer soup. So if I was to cook literally anything else in here, including my coffee water, it's going to taste like this. Good though. This may be genius, this may be very, very stupid, but I'm going to cook the rest of the noodles in this in the hope that the burnt stuff will loosen. In the meantime, I'm going to eat this. Oh, bloody hell, it's hot. Actually really works with the noodles. So before it gets too dark, I'm going to show you the inside of my tent, which isn't a tent, although it might as well be at this point. Let's just have a peek under, and look at that. Isn't this just going to be great? I found a couple of other pieces of rope, so now it's a real roof. I think that looks pretty good. So again, now I'm going to start setting up my bed because it's actually getting kind of dark. So this will be my insulated sleeping pad, which will go underneath, and then I have a big sleeping bag which will get in. I also have all my clothes, so I'm hoping I'll be warm enough. Extra wide sleeping bag. Yes! It's actually a little bit of a joke because both me and Leo fit in this. That's how wide this is. Just wait till you see it. Look at this thing. Oh, it's so cozy. Now for the moment of truth. Let's try and see if this actually works. I think it's going to be kind of hard to arrange myself so that I can be in the bag and on the pad. They kind of slip around. In terms of being dry, like I am completely, I think at least, completely covered. That's quite nice, but I'm definitely gonna have to figure out I'm getting quite smushed. Okay, let's see if I can figure this out. Okay, so now my solution is to have the mat inside the sleeping bag and then me also inside the sleeping bag. Oh, I've been fighting this thing for like, feels like 15 minutes. Jeez. Let's see if it works. So kind of in a situation like this, I would ideally be covered, like completely from head to toe in my sleeping bag. But it gets so tight up here, and like, if I get both arms up, I'm gonna rip something, probably myself. And now I'm starting to feel claustrophobic. Oh Christ. Okay. So I'm thinking I may still keep it like this and then just have my jacket on, my big jacket on. I think then it'll be okay. I don't know. I guess I'll try and just figure it out as we go. But for now, I guess we're going to say goodnight. I'll, if anything happens in the night, I'll be sure to let you know. Oh, bloody hell, that's gross. So, no, I didn't sleep in the hammock last night. Probably you've guessed by my fresh face and my happy-go-lucky attitude right now. But it wasn't for the lack of trying. I did try. So I was in there for a couple of hours just trying to get comfortable. In the end, it was just my fleece and my sleeping bag, and I was plenty warm enough. But then it started to rain. And that's where I had some trouble. So my tarp covered my feet end, but not my head end.
so I started getting quite wet quite quickly. And instead of getting out and fixing the tarp in the dark with my headlamp, I decided just to come and sleep in the house. And once again, that is the beauty of trying these things out at the summer house. So when things go wrong, you can just quit. But it definitely has potential. I still need to fix the comfort of it all. Maybe with like Velcro or something, just so that the mat doesn't keep slipping around. I don't know. But anyway, that is about it for this video. I'm going to finish my disgusting coffee and then hit the road, head home. But before I do that, I want to say another thank you to RevolutionRace for sponsoring this video. Don't forget, if you want to get 15% off your order, use DaveCAD15 as the code at checkout at revolutionrace.fi. And also thanks to you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe if you are new. I'll see you next time. See ya. Oh, that's gross.